Hello and welcome back to another episode on four-dimensional geometry. Traffic data of an earlier video indicates that some viewers watched this animation more than once. It shows the interpolation between different polyhedra that are compatible with a certain arrangement of mirrors. How would such an animation look like in 4 dimensions? Here is an attempt of visualization. The animation in front of your eyes shows a slice through a stereographic projection which turns a hollow 4-dimensional object into a filled 3-dimensional solid. This projection smoothly interpolates between various 4-dimensional shapes. The diagrams on the bottom indicate which of the mirrors generate edges and which have the source vertex directly on top. In the left panel, you can see all the possible constituents that form the 3-dimensional boundary of the 4-dimensional objects. It took me a while to get this animation rendered in Blender properly. The final piece to this smooth and unperturbed animation was to scale down the individual pieces slightly so that their faces are not messing with each other. This explains the gaps that are more pronounced for larger pieces. I invite you to use the rewind button to look at this animation more than once and try to figure out which polyhedra are connected with each other. On top of this, you can perform geometric experiments and try to put these pieces together by yourself. You could, for instance, start with a 120 cell. We need two objects to construct an edge of a pentagon. Then we select all 5 corners and turn the pentagon into a dodecahedron. You can reiterate this process until you have added all 120 dodecahedra, and of course, you'll find the links for these Blender add-ons in the video description. Here is a second example that I like a lot. It starts with an icosahedron that will eventually be surrounded by 20 truncated tetrahedra. Look how big the truncated tetrahedra have to be in comparison to the icosahedron, so that their triangles are of equal size. And look at these tiny gaps between the truncated tetrahedra. It's precisely these gaps that will be used to fold this net into a 4-dimensional polyhedron. Can you imagine how many icosahedra and truncated tetrahedra you need? Since these gaps are so small, the 4-dimensional solid will be huge. You will need 120 icosahedra and 600 truncated tetrahedra. In the end, this solid will consist of 1440 vertices. However, it is still small compared to the omnitruncated 600 cell that we talked about in the earlier mentioned video. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out and follow the link in the upper right corner. If you liked this trailer, stay in touch. A movie is in preparation that will walk you through all possible mirror configurations and all uniform convex solids that exist in 4 dimensions. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.